As you work through Chapter 2 in Connect Math, there are going to be times when you have to enter special notation in your answers. So let's take a look at some of the things you have to be really careful of so that you get that notation entered correctly. So what is a set? Well, it's nothing more than a collection of objects that are within some sort of container. Well, that container idea is important for the notation we use to describe a set. Because if we wanted to list set notation for this set of the triangle, the heart, and the rectangle, we would have to show the container by using curly braces. And we would have to separate the elements of the set, that's the individual parts of the set, with commas. Now those commas can be really useful because the commas will always separate the individual elements, which means it's easy to count the elements if you can find the commas. That holds true no matter what your elements look like. So in this case, if our elements look like words instead of symbols, we could still say that there are exactly 3 elements in the set, which means the cardinality of the set is 3. Now, how do you enter some of these special elements in Connect Math? Well, it's really pretty simple because when you click in the answer box, a special pop-up will appear, and that's going to have the symbols that you need to enter your answer. So in this case, we would need to use the curly braces, and we've got a special button on that pop-up that we could click, and that would put the curly braces in our answer. Now, what if we were trying to represent something like this, which is the empty set? There's a special symbol for the empty set, which also shows up within that pop-up. So that's what you would use to represent the empty set. And another symbol that's going to be important for you to notice is what we call the ellipses. That's the 3 dots. That just shows that the pattern that we're seeing is going to be continuing. Now, there's not a problem finding that symbol in the pop-up. The problem that people have when they're entering an answer like this one is that they forget that there needs to be a comma in between that last number and the ellipses. If you leave that comma out, Connect Math will count your answer wrong. That also holds true if you have ellipses in an answer something like this, where the ellipses are showing that the pattern is continuing between the 3 and the 100. The ellipses you can find in the pop-up, and it's really important that you put the commas on either side of the ellipses. So be careful for those special symbols. They can drive you crazy if you don't do them right in Connect Math, because it will count your answers wrong if you mess up on that symbolism.